Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello. I'm here. Hi, Spencer.
Greetings. Was I late enough?
You late enough? Yeah, probably.
Excellent.
Depends on what you're trying to discuss.
Well, you got to remember this. This is why I always sign the roll call first when I'm doing the putting it in headstock.
So that you'll always be there listed as being present first.
Oh no! That's cynical. I mean more like so that I don't have to get here a minute early so that I can sign in.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. All right. Martin, hello. Welcome. Glad you could join us today. Yeah, so one of the catches about the audio about this is that it's a little bit slow to actually pick you up. So if you hit unmute and then say something and then unhit unmute, it usually hasn't actually turned your volume on first. So you'll actually find that since we're such a small group, that there's another mute button on the lower right. The mute button on the mic button on the upper left asks to speak and then sets up the audio channel. And the mute button on the lower right is just a local mute that turns your mute on and off. So I just use that one for now, since we're generally such a small group, and leave the other one open.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like we don't behave, right?
Yeah. So we can actually revoke your your audio if we have to do that. If we had a big group, it was becoming unruly or something like that. But I don't think I haven't seen that used yet, but in theory it's there.
Excellent.
So actually, I wonder whether we have much in the agenda actually to do, given that, as far as I know, Spencer and I are behind in getting Matroska reviewed. And Martin is making significant progress on FLAC. So I wonder about what it is we have to do today, since Matroska is stable. And well, I won't say there's no issues open. I just don't know what issues we should bring onto the agenda at this point.
We had one, because it FFV1, I think, that is getting close to expiring. One working group document. Yeah, it was posted. It was posted November, so it may expire like in 3 days or something.
Well, I missed it last time, but I was wondering why the milestone review isn't done anymore.
Yeah, so we try to do that actually with our AD. One answer is that we can't really change the milestones on our own. We have to ask our ADs to approve them. So it's a bit of a high latency activity. But we can discuss milestones as a group and update them in the minutes. It just takes some time. Also, our area director has been on a month of leave. I think he's back now officially.
Yeah, he's officially back, but this was the deal where he gets a month off every 5 years for sabbatical, and he's coming up on 10 years, and he had not taken his 5-year sabbatical yet. So that's why we're not very smart about what our AD thinks since the last meeting. I think he showed up maybe a week ago.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering. I don't think FLAC will make the milestone that's now set for July.
Yeah,
it's getting a bit. Maybe not.
Okay, so that's an interesting. All right. Well, I wanted to bash agenda as we were waiting for people to possibly show up late. And not seeing Dave Rice here. Steve, have you heard from him in the last few days? I haven't heard much at all from him in the last month, to be honest. I would love to have more of you on a chat somewhere,
So they announced the next No Time to Wait for October, so we'll probably meet there. But no news. Also, Jerome, I think, was active on FLAC lately, but I don't know why he's not on today.
So he's on Slack. Is that what you said? There's a Slack channel that I don't know of.
No, he talked on FLAC.
Oh, he worked on FLAC. Okay. Do you know the No Time to Wait?
I saw it on Twitter. I can give you the dates.
Wow, notimetowait.com is definitely not the right website.
What is it?
It's October 26 to 28 in the Netherlands.
Huh. October 26th to 28th. Well, that's annoyingly opposite ripe 85. It's annoying because that means I'm already in that part of the world, but I'm going to be somewhere else.
How far is it?
Yeah, go on.
Ripe 85 is in Belgrade, I believe. Well, anyway.
It's
Okay.
close. It's close if you're sitting in Texas, looking at the map, but still.
Yeah. All right. So
Yes,
I'm
it's
sorry.
on there.
Let's. Are there any objections to the minutes from last time? Let's start with there. Actually, first of all.
No,
No objections. I wasn't there, but still no objections.
No objections to what you read. Okay. So let's just put this. I don't know. Can we make this bold?
Yes.
That needs to happen. So FLAC was posted a few weeks ago. Matroska was posted, and it's been updated after working group last call. And that is, I'm sorry, that is my fault and Spencer's fault. We were supposed to review it, and I know I haven't done a lot, and I blame my ear infection, but there you go. Tags, chapter, and control, they're in a state of stasis. So I think that's okay.
I actually started working on tags lately because I was waiting on my main document. So I started working on tags and look at the backlog of issues on all kinds of things. But yeah, most of it is still waiting for Matroska.
Okay. Anything else? This may not be a very long call in the end. Michael Niedermeyer has joined us. Open your mic and just chat if you like. There's not a lot of us. NIE. There. Spelled that right? Probably not, eh?
I think some might also have missed the meeting because I thought it would be the 30th next week, and then I check on the IETF website so it was today.
Oh, we should post that earlier.
Maybe there was some confusion.
Okay, so does anyone have any other issues they would like to bring up today in this call?
So could I ask a quickie? I did not remember seeing anything popping up on working group last call for Matroska. Did I miss it?
We probably may or may not have pushed the button that says that working group last call is over.
I am poised over that button now, so that's why I'm asking.
Please push that button then.
So we are working group consensus waiting for write-up?
That's right.
Cool. Excellent. And expected weeks in state. I'm about to. The next thing is expected weeks in state.
3.
3? Cool.
3.
You're adorable. And
because we got to get through that. We just got to get through that document as shepherds to make sure that we don't see any other nits.
I don't think we need any tags for this one. So I'm submitting that.
Good. Yeah.
I think I can update the tags anyway. So we are working group consensus waiting for write-up on that one. Mm-hmm. Yay. So that's awesome. And I can stick that in the update the thing. So that's awesome. Okay.
All right, well, let's make sure. Let's put FFE1 maybe the focus of June call.
Okay.
And maybe we can get some motion on it to there.
Okay. I think that probably should be our focus for the June call, because we don't have a July call, right?
Yeah.
So I
Martin,
would say,
Steve, and Michael, anything else you'd like to bring up? Otherwise, I think we'll just close this call as soon as.
Yeah, I have one issue.
Sure.
The FLAC document is, well, the things that are really FLAC related are done, I think. I have read the document a few times and I got some nits and, you know, finishing touches, but Jerome posted an issue that we should include the container mappings. So I started on that one last week with, I don't know how to pronounce it, OGG, I don't know.
Og. Yeah.
For Matroska, I can just refer to the codex RFC or the ID.
yeah.
But I'm not sure about MP4. I don't know anything about MP4 really. I don't know whether it should be in there. Maybe it's a good idea to have it in there.
Why don't you open an issue about this, and then maybe we can discuss it on the list as to who has the knowledge to fill that connection.
Well, there is an issue actually. I did it as a reply to the already open issue, but yeah, I can file a separate issue for that as well.
What is the issue that's now open?
Well, the issue is that Dave did 2 months ago, I think, something about FFV1. He talked about having IDs in a registry for MP4. There's nothing on FLAC in that registry. Should that be before RFC is published, or should it be sent in afterwards? What should we write up? Because for OG, I have now 2 paragraphs. For Matroska, it's 1 in the ID, but the current MP4 mapping document is like 8 or 10 pages. I think that's a bit much. I think that we should be able to put it in much less text, but I don't know. I don't know what is important and what isn't. So
first, just walk me to. It was one of these issues.
Yes, document mappings into containers. The second.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, second to last.
Okay, good. All right. So I just want to capture this as into the minutes here. So what I heard you also say. So if for MP3. You're wondering whether or not there should be entries. So if we need to add, it may be that we need to add new entries into an IANA registry is what I hear you're saying. They won't be there until our document is, which registry?
No, not an IANA registry. There's an MP4 registry.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with the no, that's the document, the draft mapping that exists currently. Yeah, I should have posted a link in there.
Okay, so there's someone else's registry that we need to get.
Yeah, that's actually Apple's registry. Apple registers MP4 related stuff. Yeah, but you know, I don't know how and when, but Dave talked about registering something for FFV1 2 months ago. I didn't really understand what went on, but what he did. I don't know whether that should wait until after this is published. I remember him saying that this is published as an erratum to the FFV1 version 123 spec. I don't know where to start, and I don't know what should happen first.
I don't think
So-
it should be included in the IETF document. From what I saw, it's a XIF document that exists that would describe the MP4 mapping, but basically it's not. Well, it's official because it's XIF, but it was never integrated properly anywhere. So I don't think it's. I mean, if we want to describe what currently exists, that thing is just experimental, so it doesn't really matter. And for me, the container mapping should be different documents. And then that document actually exists at the XIF website. So either we want to integrate it into an IETF document, but I think it's a different process, just like when we took the actual spec for a flag and turned it into an IETF document. It's, for me, it's starting the process again from another document.
So this is about embedding FLAC in an MP4 container.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the IETF is not authoritative for MP4. But as you're saying is that Apple is, and there's someone that we could ask for this. So
Yes.
whether we ask them be now and point them at our internet draft, which is going to become an RFC at some point, or whether we ask them, well, so that the advantage about that is that now we could actually list that value in the RFC, so that would be better.
Yes.
But if they're not happy with that, then we would have to ask them to allocate a number, and then at the last moment, we may be able to slide it into the RFC just before it's published. So I would say either way, put me in the CC and we'll figure out how to do it, because presumably those Apple people probably have some connection to or some knowledge about that the IETF exists, and so we can figure it out. If not, there are some Apple people we can talk to that do IETF stuff, and they may be able to explain to them what's going on.
Yeah, I think, I'm extrapolating from things that I know about that are not Apple, but I would assume that the nice people at Apple would have some idea of, like what are they looking for in order to justify allocating something. Basically, like we have some registries that don't even require a specification. We have some registries that require an IETF standards track document. So there's a whole range of things that you can ask for when you're running a registry. But just to tell them this is what we got, and do we what do we need to do next?
Okay.
So there's a step in the RFC publication process called Auth 48, and it's basically everything's done, but button hasn't been pushed. And so at the very worst case, if they want to see that the document is really stable and is really about to be published, then at that point we can quite reasonably say, yes, it really is fully reviewed and published, and please allocate a number, but probably they're willing to allocate it before that point. So as I said, just put me in the CC if you find out what their email address is, and we can communicate back and forth. Or I guess I've now touched this issue, so I guess it'll blather to me when it gets updated as well.
Okay. Well, there's the question. Where's the right? Steve just pointed out he thinks the mapping should be in a separate document. In that case, this is not really an issue anymore. In the
Well, why would
original
it be in a
issue,
separate document, Steve? What document would it be in then?
Because it's big. And basically it doesn't describe FLAC, it describes how to put FLAC in MP4. It's
I get it.
basically, I did the same document for AV1, which is on our website.
I agree that it will,
yeah, go on.
I agree with you that this number belongs in someone else's registry, in someone else's document, and it's outside, that document is outside the IETF, so it wouldn't be, in fact, an IETF document. All I'm trying to say is let's get them to do the allocation in their document, and then we'll reference it. That's what I'm trying to say.
it's not just the allocation of the number, it's also the specification as a whole. The issue number 112 that Jerome opened said, well, for FFV1, we included mapping into common containers into the RFC, and he suggested to do that with FLAC as well. Is that indeed something that should be in there? Because it's not exclusively FLAC related, and it's not really necessary for the FLAC format as
no, it's
itself.
Not necessary. If we can't do it, then we won't do it. We won't get stuck on it. All I'm saying is that if there's if it's a reasonable thing to say that we should ask for this allocation for our stable specification of FLAC, then let's do that, right? And if we can't do it because something, whatever, we're missing something, then maybe we won't do it. And Steve is right. It's not technically part of FLAC, but it's good to connect the dots, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the idea is that it needs to be someplace, and as long, if we can figure out where it should be and make sure that it's someplace, that, earlier rather than later, that's probably a good thing.
Okay, that I don't have any more issues for FLAC.
Okay.
Michael?
Yeah.
You had I'm sorry. You had a thing up at the up in the milestone review about what's realistic for FLAC. Do we need to try to figure that out now?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not. Yeah,
I just think I think it's useful for us to acknowledge that we're not going to make July. Okay. Yeah. Let's have the conversation of what's realistic. But I agree. We don't have to have it right now.
Yeah.
I think that probably need to read the document again and figure out how close we are to done, and then throw that at someone else.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So there's some connections back and forth. I don't know. Hope maybe these FLAC guys will these ZIF FLAC guys will answer this new study register with
these are actually people with the W3C.
Yes.
Who commented on a FLAC issue. I asked them what's the status of this. They didn't reply yet. It's I really don't know what is what and what is important and why.
So you connected this 27 days ago. So we might get a reply or not. So I don't know. I will come back to this and try and poke them. Can I watch this? Can I watch this one issue? I don't know. I never know how to watch one issue.
There's right there. You just scroll over it.
There we go. Yeah, subscribe.
One.
That's what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Good. Anything else for today? I emailed Dave Rice wondering what happened to him, and I don't know yet, but given that he didn't magically appear, we'll see. Okay, so the next meeting is June 28th.
Okay.
Yep.
And no confusion, I guess, because we don't have 5 weeks of 5 Tuesdays in June.
Yeah.
I should have come to have beer with some of you last week because I was in the Netherlands, although I did stop for beer with several other people I haven't met before, so may have met my quota for. I did mess up with my OV chip card and it didn't tap in twice. Twice I was unable to properly tap in, and the first time I didn't even notice it at Schiphol, and then the second time I was in Arnhem and it just didn't tap. I don't know why, and then they told me that they could fix it, but only the next day, only after 48 hours. So we'll see.
48 hours at an airport is not. This is not the service level of agreement you're hoping
No,
for.
it's you have to wait for the point is that they can't assume that they haven't got all the data. Like the data might be slow to arrive into their database from stations that maybe don't have intermittent connectivity or something. And so the point is that I paid 20 euros 3 times for what should be a €3 trip, and they can apparently give me that money back, but I have to come and bother them later on in the next 2 years. So that's good. But
Wow.
the point is that I will have at that point, at least 30 euros of beer money available. So at that point,
It's important. It's important to plan ahead. Seriously.
yes, that's right. Okay. All right. Good. Let's say goodbye and talk again online. And thank you, Martin and Steve and Michael, for all the work. And I think we'll make Spencer and I need to do some reading, and I know that I didn't do it because I was supposed to be doing it on the train, and I just didn't do it because it didn't happen.
It's okay.
All right. Good day then.
Don't ever
Yes,
tell us
good
that's
day.
okay.
Spencer, make
Thank
good
you,
choices.
guys.
Until
Absolutely.
next time.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.